Hello, welcome to day 2 of Too Strong Too Spook, our 5-day Boostcamp challenge. I am so excited that you're here again with me today. We are going to work on our core today. So today's yoga class is safe core, and what I mean by that is all the poses that I've chosen are safe core exercises for any fitness level. So if you are someone who just had a baby, or maybe someone who is pregnant, or maybe somebody who's new to working out, or even someone who is not new to working out, this 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 flow, the poses we're going to do in this in this flow, are going to be great for your core, for everyone's core. We're going to work some of those deeper muscles that get overlooked when you're just doing crunches and plank and stuff. We're going to just work on some breathing and other things like that. So it's going to be, I think, a really nice core flow for everyone. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to just begin in an easy seated position. Let's go ahead and roll our shoulders back. Take a big inhale and exhale. And we're going to move into some side stretches. So we're going to bring that right palm to the mat as we bring that left arm up, bending the right elbow, stretching out the left side, reaching with those fingertips, maybe looking straight ahead or looking up at your palm. If you can, draw that belly in and sit up on your sits bones, squeeze your thighs, breathe. And then go ahead and sweep those hands around and come to the left side. Bending that left arm, finding length in our right side. Sitting up, rotating the heart shoulder away from our ears. Smile. It's going to be a great class. And then we're going to do that 2 more times. So come back over towards the right. Sweep them around to the left. And one more time. Come back to the right side. Find length. Open your heart. And then back to the left. Come back to center. Okay, so now we're going to move into some hip circles. So we're going to start to rotate those hips clockwise. I think I actually went counterclockwise. That's okay. Whatever direction you went, that's all right. Just make hip circles, tiny movements. All right, let's come to center. Take an inhale and an exhale. And now we're going to go the opposite direction we just did. Start to move those hips. One side might feel more awkward than the other. That's okay. Making tiny hip circles. Go ahead and give me 2 more. Awesome job. All right. Now we're going to move into tabletop for some tabletop breathing to really activate those deep core muscles. So, on your exhale, we're going to draw the belly up towards the spine, squeezing all of the air out. And then on our inhale, we're going to push the belly towards the ground, filling up our lungs and our diaphragm and all that good stuff. So, all right, you ready? Make sure you have a good stable base here, and we're going to take an inhale and then exhale as we squeeze the belly. Wait, no, I did that wrong. Okay. Okay, so if you're ready, we're going to take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze it all out. Inhale, fill your lungs. Expand the belly. Exhale. Can you keep all the breathing in your nose? Inhale. Exhale. And our last one, really expand the belly and the chest and the lungs. And exhale. Great work. All right, so now we're going to revisit those hip circles, but in tabletop. So let's go ahead and make big circles now with our hips going clockwise. Loosening up the spine and the hips and the core. Getting a workout here. Two more. Now we're going to round our back, coming into cat. And then come into cow. Come back to neutral, and we're going to do hip circles the opposite direction. So go ahead and circle big circles. Last one, great job. Come back into cat. And then cow. And we've got one move here in tabletop, and we're going to do some pelvic tilts. So we're going to tilt those hips forward like a soup bowl, and then push them back out. And it's almost like just our hips are doing cat-cow here. I'm going to do this 6 more times. Last time. Great job. All right, go ahead and open those feet wide and come into child's pose. Walk the hands out, relax the belly. Give yourself a nice inhale and exhale. Take one more breath here. And exhale. We're going to come back up into tabletop, and we're going to get set for bird dog. So we're going to extend that right leg long, and if we can, we're going to extend our left arm long, or you can keep your hand here and just work your leg. So we're going to extend left arm, right arm, and lift up, reaching out of our fingertips through our heels, finding length in our spine. Our hips are parallel to the mat. And now we're going to do some lifts here. So we're going to lower to the mat and then reach back up. And we're going to do that 3 more times. Come down, up, down, up, down, up, and hold. Now we're going to bring that left hand to the mat, the right foot to the mat, lift the right arm up, coming into modified side plank. Reaching up on the obliques, squeezing the glute, looking up at that top hand. pressing firmly into the palm, finding length in the leg. And then from here, we're going to float that right leg up, holding. And now we're going to bring that down, heel tap down, back up. We get 3 more of these. Heel tap, up, heel tap, up. 1 more. Hold up. Great job. Come back to tabletop. We'll come into that cat and cow and neutral. Now we're going to go ahead and extend that left leg and right arm long. And we're going to lift them up and hold. Reaching through the heel, through the fingertips, shoulders away from the ears, into the pocket, belly drawn up, core is engaged, glutes are engaged. And now we're going to lower them down, back up, 2, and 3, and 4, and hold, reach, find maybe 1 more inch in your spine, and then bring that right hand to the mat, left foot to the mat, left arm up, side, modified side, belly's drawn in, lifting those obliques, arm is reaching tall, maybe looking at that hand, shoulder in its pocket. Then from here, we're going to do those 4 lifts. So we're going to bring the heel down, tap the ground, back up, and 2, and 3, and last one, hold, smile, you're doing awesome, awesome job. Go ahead and bring that hand towards the mat, and we're going to swing our legs around to get set up for some mat work on this side. So I want you to sit up on your sits bones like you were coming into a seated forward fold, shoulders drawn back. And this pose is a great pose to use if you have blocks to use. We're going to press our palms by our hips, toes are pointed up, belly drawn in, and we're going to press our weight into the palms as we lift our right leg off the ground just 2 inches. We're squeezing the core, we're lifting that leg with our lower abs and breathing. Go ahead and lower that down. Maybe you rub out that quad a little bit. Might have felt some burn there. Like I said, this is great if you have some blocks. I'm going to show you what blocks. You're going to bring a block by each palm, by each hip. Put your palms on the hips. And this time you're going to press into the blocks. If you notice now my hips have lifted more than that tiny bit they did when I pressed into the mat. And then we're going to lift that left leg 2 inches off the ground. Our belly is drawn in, the toe is pointed up at the ceiling. We're thinking about lifting that leg, lifting that quad with our lower core, shoulders drawn back, trying to keep those in the pocket. And of course, we're breathing. You're doing so great. Go ahead and lower down. Maybe rub that out if you need to. Now the next poses we're going to come to are lying on our backs. So if you are pregnant and you're past that first trimester, this is where I'd like you to use a pillow or a block or bolster or something there to prop yourself before lying back so you're not completely flat on the ground. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the exact same move, but we're going to lie on our backs. So lie on our mats, our arms are pressed into the mat, our low back is pressed into the mat, and now we're just going to inhale that right leg up 2 inches off the ground, lifting the leg and breathing, engaging our core, engaging our glutes. Go ahead and lower it down. Now we're going to inhale the left leg and let that leg float just 2 inches above the ground. Engaging the core. You're doing so great. Now from here, we're going to lift the shoulders off the mat and our head coming into a C curve as we bring our left leg in and hold below the knee, and that right leg floats off the mat. We're making that nice C curve with our upper back, engaging the core, breathing. We're here for a few breaths in this pose. Go ahead if you can. Can you extend that left leg now, coming to a full hollow hold for our last 2 breaths here? Awesome job. Let's go ahead and bring that right knee in now, keeping that left leg floated. I know you can do this. Now can you extend that right leg and hold, hollow hold with me for the last 2 breaths here. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring those feet to the floor. And we're going to get moving into some toe taps. So with your arms by your side, I want you to bring your legs up into tabletop. And we're going to alternate bringing one heel down at a time. So knees up. We're going to drop the right knee, really slow and controlled. And then the left leg. We're dropping our heels. I know I said knee. Alternating sides. Going at our breath. Pressing our lower back into the mat. Really activating our core here. Safely and effectively. Let's go ahead and do 2 more on each side. Awesome job. Bring those feet towards the mat, arms by your side. And now we're just going to let those hips fall towards the right, like we did earlier in the supine twist. And then bring them back over and move them towards the left. But this time we're just doing some gentle hip sways, rotating them side to side to release our core, release the low back. Massage the hips, open up the hips. It should feel really nice after all the core work we've done so far today. Go ahead and bring those knees back to center, and we're going to lift up into bridge. So we're going to lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, rotate the shoulders under. And in this pose today, we're going to do some bridge lifts. Slow pulses. We're going to pulse 8 times. So we're going to squeeze the core and lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze and hold. Come back down. Awesome job. Go ahead and give yourself a well-deserved hug for all the work we've done today. And now we're going to extend our left leg long, holding our right knee up, coming into wind release. So really think about bringing that knee towards our armpit if we can, keeping the toes flexed towards the ceiling, and breathing. Now we're going to extend the right leg and bring the left knee in, bringing that knee towards our chest, our heart, maybe working towards our armpit. wherever it feels comfortable for you. I'm going to make sure that right leg is working at being on the mat. And breathe. Awesome job. Extend your legs long. And now let's roll over onto our bellies, coming into Sphinx pose. We're going to bring our forearms to the mat, lifting our chest and our heart. Our hips are on the ground. We're stretching out the front of our core and our heart to give us some release from today's class. If you want, maybe you want to come into a cobra, bringing the hands more underneath your shoulders, or maybe you want to come into an up dog, whatever feels right for you, just to stretch out the front side of the body before we move into our final relaxation poses. Go ahead and bring your belly towards the mat. Roll back over onto our backs. We're going to let those knees fall open into butterfly, bringing one hand to our stomach, one hand to our heart, being grateful for all the strength we had today with our core work. And breathing, releasing. Now go ahead and straighten your legs. Bring your arms by your side, palms face forward. And we just let everything melt into the mat as we take our Savasana. And you can stay here for as long as you need to today. Just push pause, and then when you're ready, push play again. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your right or left side, taking at least one breath here before you join me in an easy seated position for closing. Hey guys, I want to be real honest with you. I have probably recorded this class 4 to 6 times between video stopped working or the mic has stopped working. So I'm really glad that we got it done and I was able to share it with you today, because at one point I thought it wasn't going to happen. So with that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the chakras. I want to talk about the third chakra in particular today, which is located right above your navel. How fitting for a core yoga class, right? So let me read to you about this. The energy of the third chakra is concerned with our personal power. Our sense of our place in this world, our confidence in ourselves, and our self-esteem are centered on this chakra. It is the seat of our will. Our ability to stand by our convictions and carry out what we have willed is dependent on the energy of this chakra. With this chakra out of balance, so not imbalanced, out of whack, we may be overly sensitive to the reactions of other people, feeling indifferent or coolness as rejection, and anything less than totally positive feedback as criticism of ourselves. Our inner critic may be operating at a level where we have little confidence in our capabilities, our worthiness, or our chances of being loved. When this chakra is in balance, so it's balanced and all good, we are able to accept our responsibilities that are truly ours and be confident in our actions and our abilities. We are able to decide how we wish to act and then maintain our chosen course of action. We will also be able to function without the approval of everyone around us. The courage and strength to be who we are without outside approval is a sign of a healthy self-esteem. So the card that I picked from my Chakra Wisdom card is self-confidence, and I thought that was super fitting for today. It says, I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others, as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power, and I am open to new challenges. Wow, I mean, I just think that such a perfect chakra knowing that we are working on our core today and we're here this week to build self-confidence. So I really hope that you find something to take from what I read today. And if nothing else, I really want you to know that you are here today. You're here on this earth. What you have to offer is worthy and it needs to be shared. And we're so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. And let's make it a beautiful day. Please bring your hands into prayer. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Kind thoughts. Thumbs to your mouth. Kind words. Thumbs to your chest. Kind heart. Namaste. And I will see you tomorrow.